Yeah.
We speak about the return of France Afrique. How much is that a realistic proposition?
I wouldn't say that France Afrique is very alive now. I would say it's dying, in fact. 20 years ago, Africa was tied to France heavily with economics, politics, military things, much more than now. Now, economics are difficult for the French in Africa. You know the role of the Chinese now, but even Indians, even people from Brazil, even other Europeans like Germany, they have succeeded in getting markets in Africa much more than the French. The French are now on the
descent.
On the descent, yeah, that's right.
But militarily, they remain engaged.
Yeah, but let's say, politically speaking, they are not in a good situation now, too. The regimes were granted by the French presence. This is not true now.
France can no longer guarantee the stability of regimes.
No, not guarantee, and there are no treaty about that.
But so how come they're fighting wars? So many wars in Africa.
Since 4 or 5 years, there is quite one war for 1 year.
Every year is a war. So the Ivory Coast in 2010.
Yeah, they had to expel Mr. Gbagbo, who didn't want to respect the votes. And then 2011, Libya.
Libya, of course.
They expelled Muammar Gaddafi.
2012.
2012, Mali. They expelled the jihadists.
And they're still there.
And they are still there. And then this year,
the Central African Republic, the CAR.
That's right. That's right.
So that's one war every year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wars.
A lot of wars, but small wars.
Small wars.
No, that's
So
right.
how many soldiers are there in Africa?
10,000 altogether.
What's the central command for the French forces?
There is a it is in Paris.
It's in Paris.
But there is a
reorganization?
There is a reorganization. They concentrate now 3,000 people, soldiers, in the different countries of Sahel.
And the mission is what?
The mission is to try to not to let the jihadist groups, Al-Qaeda and others, to develop their presence.
And you think they're succeeding?
If they were not there, it would be worse than now.
But, are we sure of that?
Yeah, I believe it.
Do you think there is a military solution to the jihadists?
It's never the only solution. There must be political side of the treatment of the crisis, of course.
And is there such a volunté? Is there such a will?
Yeah.
There is.
There is the volunteer, but there are no means.
Is that what explains why France's influence is decreasing?
Bien sûr.
In Africa?
Bien sûr.
That Africans are taking things into their hands?
Bien sûr.
And you think we will escape the post-coloniality in Africa? We will now go into a new phase, now that they can bargain with the Chinese and the Brazilians and the Indians?
Bien sûr, et c'est ce que je dis aussi quand je dis qu'il n'y a plus de ce qu'on appelait la France-Afrique un petit peu, c'est-à-dire cette manière néocoloniale de continuer à avoir des relations spéciales avec le continent africain. Cette chose-là n'existe plus, effectivement, excusez-moi, cette chose-là n'existe plus, ou de moins en moins actuellement, disons, ça n'est pas l'évolution actuelle.
On the sobering note, thank you.
Il veut me faire dire des trucs, hein.
Je pose des questions.